Hello everybody, on behalf of Morag and I, we'd like to welcome you all to our wedding on what just so happens to be Morag's favourite time of the year, where we're both the same age. We're delighted to have you all with us here today, especially knowing how far that you've all travelled. So whether you came up last night or this morning, thank you for taking the time to celebrate with us all. Firstly, thank you Forbes for your very kind speech, and to yourself and Janice for welcoming me into the family. I'll never forget the first time I came to visit these in Kirkcone, driving 2.5 hours down from Glasgow and being welcomed with a home-cooked 3-course meal and a very generous couple of measures of whiskey. We're both grateful to your contributions and for your guidance leading up to the wedding today, and I'd like to thank you especially for bringing Morag to the Corpac Basin last year so that I could propose to her. You played a very big role that day and you made it all the more memorable. To my own folks, my mum and dad, thank you for always being there for me and raising me into the man that I am today. You've always been there for me no matter what's been going on in my life. For the most part, I feel like I've been winging it, but you've always been there to support me and guide me through it, and I'm very grateful for it. And of course, my wife. You look absolutely beautiful. Oh, thank you. And I'm so happy that this day has finally arrived for both of us. And I know that you've been waiting so long for this day too. Not only for our wedding, you finally got a shot in a Volkswagen camper van. So it's been almost 4 years since we met, and I just wanted to thank you for your love, your support and your patience throughout the years. As most of you know, Morag and I, our relationship has been somewhat long distance, but to be honest, it's never really felt like it. After a few months of Zoom dates during the COVID pandemic, I came up to visit her here in Fort William. And ever since then, I came to enjoy those long drives. When we first got engaged, I know there were folk here that said, so you're engaged, but you're getting married, but you don't live together. How's that going to work? And at some point we did actually start asking that ourselves, how are we going to do that? Thankfully we don't need to worry about that anymore, because I moved here officially last month, and I'm so happy. And I'm so happy that we can finally get married, start living together, and no longer be apart.
This is a wonderful occasion that we celebrate together. It was at the beginning of the pandemic, separated by 100 miles, that this love story began. And now, all these years on, we find ourselves here at the Duncansburgh church. Morag and Ross have chosen this very special location in which to take their wedding vows and to celebrate this most special of days with a very special community of family and friends. Ross and Morag, are you now ready to freely give yourselves to each other in marriage?
We are.
Since it is your intention to enter into marriage, then please turn and face each other. Ross, if you can repeat after me. I, Ross, take you, Morag, to be my wife.
I, Ross, take you, Morag, to be my wife.
I, Morag, take you, Ross, to be my husband.
I promise to be true to you in good times and in bad.
In sickness and in health.
I will love and honour you all the days of my life.
As a token of these promises and as a symbol of your marriage, these rings are given and received.
I, Ross, give you this ring as a symbol of our vows, with all that I am and all that I have.
I, Morag, give you this ring as a symbol of our vows, with all that I am and all that I have. Oh my goodness. There we go.
There we go.
You have declared your love for each other before God and before your family and friends. May the blessing of God rest upon you in the keeping of the promises you have made. I therefore declare you to be man and wife. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for Mr. and Mrs. Collins.
Mr. and Mrs. Collins. Now, this is the easy part. I'm supposed to say nice things about Morag. Now, she told me I had to. Seriously, I was very proud and emotional to walk up the aisle with you today. You look stunning. I must say, Morag, she's a kind, caring individual. She believes in putting others first, but she's also got a steely, determined side to her. She usually gets what she goes after. So, Ross, you never had a chance. Now, first time I met Ross, I was out in the garden doing something with the girls' bikes. This young fella arrived out and introduced himself and offered to help. I thought, oh, you're all right, you're pleasant, friendly. But then, went back in the house and things went drastically down the hill. He grabbed my 3-year-old granddaughter Grace. For some reason, he grabbed her around the waist, lifted her above his head, barreled her round, smacked her head off the ceiling. I wasn't so sure about you after that. But then the next occasion when we met, he came down to Kirkcaldy for a weekend. They arrived, they had flowers and chocolates for Janice. And I thought, oh, you're really trying, aren't you? And then bingo, he produced a bottle of milk for me. And I thought, oh, you're no bad after that. No, but seriously, now we've got to know him. He's a decent, pleasant, hard-working young man. All our grandchildren think the world of him, that's a good sign. And best of all, he makes Morag happy. So that'll do for me.